Hi everyone, welcome back to Everything Miniature, and today we're going to be doing something finally with this doll and stuff. You may remember her from giving Andrea a makeover video. If you have not checked that already, make sure to go check it out right now. We're going to be turning her into Jordin from LEGO Friends. She's one of the new LEGO Friends characters. And since I messed up on this doll and stuff, I took my X-Acto knife trying to scrape off some of the paint because my nail polish remover was not working. I think it'd be great to turn her into her. So we're going to be making her some of the spots and stuff on her face. Jordin has vitiligo. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but it's like where parts on your skin turn a different color and stuff. And since I messed up on her, I think we can kind of paint over it with this color. So I mixed in some warm brown, dark orange, and white to make the color. We're kind of putting it all over her face and then a bit on her left arm. Alright, so now here's how she looks after she has dried and stuff. She's actually looking pretty good so far. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to with some black paint, and we're going to go and paint on her eyeliner and her eyelashes. Here's what she looks like whenever they're dried. I'll fix up the eyebrow in just a second, but let's go ahead and go into some white paint and fill in her eyes so she looks slightly less creepy at the moment. After that's dry, let's go ahead and go into some espresso brown, and we're going to go and paint her eye color. This is my most favorite brown for doing the doll's eyes. It's so pretty. And then we're going to go into some lighter brown. This one is just called brown. And make sure you leave a little bit of the darker brown kind of hanging out on the sides, just so you can kind of still see it. Then I also went in some black for her pupils. Now we're just going to go ahead and do the white dots on her eye, making sure there's one larger dot on the bottom and then one smaller on the top. For her lipstick color, I'm mixing in some terracotta, some espresso, and then some Tucson red to make it. So it's like reddish brown, kind of orangish color. Really, really pretty. So for her overalls, the doll I don't really use anymore, and the overalls look like they could be using some nice paint. So we're going to go ahead and steal them from her, and we're going to go in with a coat of Mod Podge, and then I just make like an orangish, yellowish kind of color to paint over that. Once they're done, and I do recommend painting it white first and then go in with your color, because I had actually quite a hard time changing colors. So for her hair, this is some black yarn I've had laying around. I cut up to some pretty long strips, so they're about like 16 inches long. So we're going to take a piece, and we're going to go ahead and comb out the ends and divide it into the 4 pieces, just like that. And then we're going to do another one, and we're just going to take 2 pieces from this one right here, and then, so we should have like 6 strings in total right here, and then we're going to take one of those pieces from the 6, lay it down, and then we're going to go ahead and knot the rest around it twice. And then we're going to tape it onto this thing, and we're going to divide it into 3 even pieces, so there should be 2 like little yarn pieces on each side, and then you're just going to begin braiding it. And then you're just going to repeat with both sides and stuff. So then you should have like 1 knot in the center of it, and then the other 2 sides should be braided. So now we're going to go ahead and do a larger one. So we're just going to take actually 3 pieces of yarn, and then we're just going to go ahead and take one from the 3, and we're just going to knot it around the other 2. And then we're just going to begin, I like to tape mine down, and then we're going to go ahead and braid it just like that. And then you're just going to repeat that until you end up with a whole bunch. I made a lot more of the smaller ones versus the big ones. And whenever I say this took hours, I spent like 5 hours just sitting here braiding a bunch of this. It took so long, but hopefully this will actually be enough for the doll. So here's Jordin. I glued on a cotton ball onto her head, and I already cut it. I forgot to record that, so we're just going to go ahead and begin gluing on. We're going to take one of the larger ones, and then we're just going to go and find the knot right here in the center. And then we're just going to go ahead and put it so it's like a loop right there. And then we're just going to glue it on just like that. So see how it's like the knot in the front and then the rest kind of hang down? We're just going to glue it right there. And then we're just going to go ahead and take a smaller one once that's glued in. And we're going to go ahead and find the knot, which is right there. And then we're going to go ahead and glue it onto her head right next to it. Just going to repeat that going all the way around the head. So then it should look kind of something like this. And we're just going to go ahead and take it. We're going to tie it up into a high ponytail, and I'm just using a rubber band to do that. So here's what it looks like whenever it's all tied up. And then if you have an extra braid laying around, we're going to go ahead and take that, and we're going to find the knot, which is right there in the center. And we're going to go ahead and glue it going around, kind of where you can see the glue and stuff, like that. So it's kind of more like hidden. And once you get to the back, so see how it's like that right now, we're just going to go ahead and cut it. And then we're going to go ahead and glue it there in place. And so here's how she looks so far. I think she's looking very good. So the hair is pretty long at the moment, but we're going to go ahead and cut that. Some scissors. And then I'm going to go ahead and secure all the braids and stuff. So I'm just going to take my hot glue gun and put a little bit of glue on it. And then you're just going to wait for a minute to dry. And then I'm just kind of rolling it with my fingers. And you're only going to want to do this whenever it is dry enough to touch. Otherwise, you are going to burn yourself. And I'm just going to repeat that with all the other ones. Then here's how it looks whenever we got them all kind of secured and stuff. So now I'm going to take one of the braids, and I'm just going to go ahead and glue it going around her hair tie so you can't see it. And it actually turned out pretty cute looking once I did that. Okay, so let's go ahead and work on her shirt now. So I took some white fabric, and then I went ahead and sketched a t-shirt design. So you're going to go ahead and sew on the blue lines. Once you're done with that, we're going to go ahead and cut them out, and then we're going to flip them so they are good side to good side, a good side on the inside. Then you're going to go ahead and sew on the blue lines right here. Then you're going to go ahead and cut it out, making a seam allowance, and then flip it inside out. So now we're going to go ahead and work on her boots. I made a coral color and stuff. I forgot to record that part. I thought I was and didn't press the record button, so I do apologize for that. Now here's how her overalls turned out and stuff. I added on like some black trim and stuff to it. So kind of making like her overall print. And then for her boots and stuff, I added on some lace to them. So I think it's a very unique looking lace. I was looking at pictures on her from Google and stuff because I don't have the figure for her. Now I'm taking some more of the pink coral color I made, and then I'm going to go ahead and like these dots and stuff and like these beans everywhere. I'm going to call them beans because that's what they look like. And then I'm taking some of this holiday green color, and we're going to go ahead and paint on smaller ones for some color. Alright, so here's how the end results turned out. I think she turned out really, really cool. So here's how her boots look. So I added some more of that coral to like the dots on the sides of her laces, so you kind of see like a black ring around it. Then her face actually came out really cute. I'm glad I actually kind of messed up on the doll originally. Then her dress came out really cute. Sorry, overalls. So did her white shirt. So it was actually a little bit tight, so I have to go back and make the print a little bit bigger. Then her hair, I love all the braids. So I went back through and I painted the hot glue tips. I painted them black to kind of match her hair color, so they kind of blend in a little bit more and look a little bit more natural. But other than that, I think she turned out so cute. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what character from LEGO Friends you'd like to see me make next. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And see you guys in my next video. Bye!